Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of Nazos Circus. Today I am with my friend, learned colleague, Dr. David Akin-Samuels, and he's an immigration solicitor. We will discuss Japa, but we'll discuss Japa from a legal perspective. What is the law? And he'll tell us a bit more. Dr. Samuels, you want to say hi?
Hiya.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
That's an interesting word. Well, as you said, my name is David Akin-Samuels. I'm Dr. David Akin-Samuels, and I operate this business, Church Street Solicitors in Stratford. I've been in this business, I've been in these premises for 30 years, and we have about 4 or 5 solicitors in these premises, and that's it. We do a lot of things here, including immigration, bread and butter. And we do criminal cases and family cases, so we do all sort of law. Depends on what you come to us for.
Okay. And is immigration your main area? Is there such a thing as, do you guys have a main area, or is immigration your main area? Because when I think of immigration, that it's you I think of. So is that your main field?
We specialize in immigration.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say we specialize in immigration,
including
asylum. Because people use the word immigration, which is
broad,
too loose, it's too broad. For instance, you have immigration as making an application to the Home Office, you have asylum, you have EUSS, aspect of it, So there's a lot of things, and you have the family migration, so many things involved, including what we're talking about, this Japa.
Yes.
It's still part of immigration.
Yes, okay. Thanks for clarifying that. So today, my issue is this Japa situation, this Japa pandemic. And so I would like you to just tell me a little bit about the law when it comes to Japa. What do people need to, what is the law? What's the requirement?
Well, the requirement of Japa simply means you get a sponsorship, which people refer to as COS, certificate of sponsorship, from somebody who's got a care agency in this country, and that care agency might have obtained a license from the Home Office to recruit people from overseas. That is just one aspect of it.
Okay.
But then there are criteria that people need to meet. For instance, we're looking at care workers and home carers, for instance, and then we're looking at something like the senior care workers. One of the criteria is that they must be paid salary of that was about 26,200. So one need to be aware of that, or £10.75. But you'll be aware that recently, from I think around September last year, yes, the government was saying that they're going to change that salary from 26,000 to something like 38,000.
Oh my God!
This is just to reduce the number of people coming.
Because how many people are going to pay? How many people are willing to pay that?
That is the problem, And of course, so these are the sort of things that we need to know. But when you're coming to this country, you are required to be able to speak right and understand English. I think that's vital, to speak right and understand English. To speak English is different from understanding English.
True.
You might see some people who can speak fluent, but they don't even understand the meaning of what they are saying.
So that's for the main applicant, right?
That's
the applicant. So the dependents, nobody cares about whether they can or cannot.
And that's where another problem comes in. The dependent coming to this country, even though you have to pay the Home Office the fees to get a dependent here, you need to show the amount of money that you need to depend on. You as an individual, the main applicant, you need to have something like £1,270 to show that you can look after yourself.
Okay.
And then you need to apply to pay something like your partner, you need to pay about £285, and your first child, if you have more than one child, the first child will have to pay something like £315, and then all other children will pay something like £200. So, for instance, it's just you and your husband and one child. Husband and one child will require about £600 to start with to show. Yeah.
So that's money that needs to be in the account.
In the account. It needs to be in the account for 28 days in a row.
Okay.
And that 28 days has to be part of the 31st day if they're making an application. So you have it, for instance, 28 days, and you're making the application after the 28 days to show that
money has been sitting there. That's not a lot of money, though, too.
It's not a lot of money, but when you look at it, if you're coming from overseas, it's an awful lot of money when you think about the exchange rate nowadays.
True.
Not only that, you mustn't forget when they get to this country, they still need to look for accommodation. Right? Now, if you have somebody coming from overseas, landlords in this country, they are very reluctant to just rent out a property to somebody they don't know. Even though you'll be qualified to rent, but will people be willing to rent
to you?
That's it. Now, coming to this country again, you might to rent an accommodation. They might be asking you to get a guarantor.
Who's gonna
put out their neck?
Yeah.
I say, I'm going to guarantee. You need to know somebody who can guarantee you. These are the difficulties they face. Apart from that, they need to understand the system. We talk about Nigeria in general. Nigeria is not the same thing as being in England.
Of course.
And unfortunately, majority of these people coming, they may not even be coming to London. Some of them might be going outside London.
True.
That's a big difficulties, right? In London here, we have, they might say English is English, but there's an accent we have in London.
Yes.
When you go up
to the Midlands or somewhere,
this is different accents altogether.
Yeah, true.
Now you coming from Yoruba, Igbo, or whatever speaking language from Nigeria, you come to this part of the world, you're speaking to somebody from Birmingham. And then, by the time you try to understand them, so it's a problem. Of recent, what is happening is that because of cultural differences, right? It's actually expanded because of lack of understanding what other people are saying. So offenses are being committed.
Oh, because people are not understanding it. People are not able to. Oh, okay.
And because we take things for granted. For instance, back home in Nigeria, certain things you do and just say, well, it's an elderly person. You know, I see down there, I'm coming. You know, I want to do that one, I'm coming. Or shout on them and things like that. You can't do that here.
Yeah.
If you do it, you get reported to the police. When police comes into it, it becomes
something else.
Serious issue.
It escalates.
It escalates.
Yeah.
And if police are not happy with you, they send your case to CPS. If you have to be prosecuted, you go to court for it. You go to prison.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Because you don't take advantage of anybody when you come to this country.
You know something that you said about accommodation? I would have thought that accommodation, showing that you've secured accommodation would be one of the requirements.
Funny enough, it's not.
Really?
It's nowhere.
And that makes sense because I have so many family clients who end up here, pay 1 month's rent, right? And then money runs out and now they're homeless, basically.
What usually happens is that the people that recruited you will probably pay for accommodation for a short period of time, just for you to get here. And after a certain period of time, because they pay your salary. So it's not their job to secure accommodation for you. Help you to get the accommodation, but the landlord might request a guarantor, but it's not for them to continuously
to make sure that you're fine.
That's it. But one of the requirements is that you might say, for instance, to enhance your application, the sponsor will say, we get you accommodation. But when they get you here, and after the period of time, you need to look after yourself.
Okay, so that's interesting. So all they need to show is that money, basically, and that they have a job.
And they have a job.
Okay.
And the job is paying that sort of salary, right? For instance, now they say 26 to 38,000 pounds. That which I reckon is silly. To be honest. Although saying it's silly is one thing, but I can understand the basis for saying that because they're trying to reduce the number of people coming to this country. Because if you look at the number of people that come here, within that short period of time, over 100,000 people have been in this country.
So within a few years?
Yes. More than 120 people have been issued with a dependent visa.
120 or 120,000?
120,000
people.
Yes.
Okay.
Dependent visa has been issued. So if you are coming and you got your wife, you got 2 children, and the children are still under the age of 18, you bring them here. Once they're here, they're here.
Yeah.
What I don't know or what is going to happen, futuristically speaking, is what's going to happen to them after so many years.
So when they issued that visa, what's the initial number of years for the visa? Because they have to renew it.
The visa is issued usually for 3 years.
Okay.
And they need to be in this country for 5 years for them to get indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So what normally happens, if they stay with the same employer and they're still meeting the whole eligibility criteria, then they'll be issued a visa, extend their visa. Once they get to 5 years,
then they're
make an
fine.
Application
By themselves.
Application for an indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
The visa for your dependent may not expire at the same time as yours, right? So you can make application to extend yours today, and then next month application to extend that of your dependents.
So, in your experience, what are the main problems that our people? When I say our people from Nigeria. What are the main? So when they come to you, what are the main? Maybe the top 2 or 3 issues that they come to you for? Is it like when to renew? Is that when they come to you?
Well,
is that when the problems creep up?
Not many of them are renewing at the moment.
Okay.
Just coming there.
Yeah.
We know we're going to
they haven't been here that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the main problem they're having is this cultural shock that they come into.
Okay.
Understanding where they are, what they need to do, how to understand what these people are saying. For instance, we've had cases from up north whereby allegation of abuse. Are you with me? Right. And they don't intend to harm anybody.
Well, verbal abuse or physical abuse?
Both.
Oh.
Both.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But they don't mean to harm anybody. And I know Nigerians are very caring people.
Yeah.
Because they will look after you as much as they can.
Yeah.
But it's just the cultural differences. Certain things you say to people in Nigeria and get away with it. If you say here, you get into trouble. Right? So it take them time. I remember years ago when somebody said to me that, listen, David, it takes an average of 5 years for somebody to acclimatize.
To the
And an interesting part of it again that was said to me is that the day you start dreaming in English is when you acclimatize in England.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And a lot of people don't think about that. And it's still true to today.
Yeah.
If you come from Nigeria or come from Ghana or come from anywhere in the world, right, you will still be dreaming in your language, your vernacular. But the day you start dreaming in English, you will know, then know that you are here, and that's where you acclimatize. From there onwards, you are part.
True.
So those are the problems.
Okay. So the main issue now you're saying is this culture clash.
That's it.
And so they now have criminal or potential criminal, pending criminal cases, maybe.
Could be.
Okay.
So the care, what I would say to people is that just try your possible best to listen before you take any action. Just listen to them, right? Don't come with your own opinion. Don't say, this is how we should do it. Ask, can I get this done for you?
Yeah.
Would you want this? Do you like this? Can I do this? Not that I'm going to do this. This is what you must have. For instance, somebody takes medicine by 8 o'clock every night. You're a care worker. Yeah. It's 5 minutes to 8. There's nothing stopping you to go and say, listen, Maggie, by 8 o'clock, I'm going to be giving you your tablet. Is that okay by you? Get the approval. Because you are there to support. You're not there to control.
You're not there to control.
And this is the problem, because the care workers that come from Nigeria, they say, okay, right, you must have medicine by 8 o'clock. The word must is a control.
Yeah, true.
You need to be gentle, learn them, understand them. When I say learn them, try to work with them, try to support them. The word support worker is there.
Is there, yeah.
And the word care is there.
But could it be, it's interesting that you said, could it be because some of these people are actually not care workers? Could it be because they're not, because obviously if you're a nurse, for example, you already know how to deal with patients, and therefore you have that skill, maybe, or interpersonal skill. Yeah. And if you're a young boy, enjoy your life in Lagos, and then you suddenly, because you want to Japa, now get a care job as a support worker, you're not going to be treating your patients the same way as a nurse, for example.
No, I think when you take away the question of being skilled, every human being's got the ability to care for one another. And Nigeria is a country that I know the caring people, right? I think the cultural differences create that impediment, right? Because you're going to get paid for it. Nigeria loves money. Everybody loves money.
Yeah.
Fine. So if you know you're going to get paid, you want to do it properly. So they would put their best endeavor to do it properly, but they need to be updating their skill, learn more, try to do more training, seek training by yourself to see that you can learn more
about
the
that
job
thing.
you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not, you may not have the basic training back in Nigeria, which is one of the criteria anyway. You're supposed to, supposed to come here. They're supposed to train you in the first instance. They're supposed to train you for at least about 3-4 days, some take 5 days, some
For
take
you to
7
know
days.
what, because caring for somebody is not, it's not easy.
easy.
Caring for someone that you don't know, like a stranger,
That's it.
somebody who's not even from, doesn't speak the same language as you, you're Igbo, for example, person's Oyibo.
That's it.
They may have their own racism or racist issues or whatever, and call you all sorts of names.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
difficult to be able to just overcome that and focus on your job.
Again, you must know you're coming to care for somebody who's unable to care for themselves.
True.
So they will have their own issues.
True.
Right? They might see you trying to control them. Right? They might have some sort of illness. For instance, I dealt with a case, again, I'm not going to go into detail. I dealt with a case where the elderly woman was going to the toilet, right? And it's supposed to be guided. Guided by the worker. And the go to toilet, come out to the toilet, they want to go back to the toilet, come out to the toilet, want to go back again. And the care worker there went and switch off the light.
Oh, like sleep, rest.
Exactly. That stop doing that.
Like rest.
Are you with me
Now.
now? That's taken as an abuse.
Yeah.
Because you need to, that's why I say learn them. Try to tolerate them. Have that resistance and just say to yourself, okay, maybe he's ignorant, maybe he doesn't even know what he's doing. Right?
Have compassion.
Have compassion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compassion, ability to understand the situation. Right? These people need you. You need them because you want the money.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and you want to retain your job so you can renew your visa.
Exactly. So you need to care for the person you're supposed to be caring for. A lawyer doesn't just say, okay, I'm going to go to court. The caring starts from when you meet the client.
Yeah, of
and
course.
the same thing with you as a care worker. It starts from when you meet the client, your ability to have that interpersonal skill to understand them and get information from them so they can understand you. One thing again I noticed about the Nigerians when they come as care workers here, they tend to speak very fast. Right? So if you speak slowly and try to enunciate, right, they will understand you better. And then if you're listening to them, if you don't understand what they're saying,
ask them.
just ask them. Don't say, well, don't assume that you know what they're saying. That's a dangerous thing to assume. Assumption kills a lot, creates a lot of problems. Right? And that's it.
I still, and I hear you, I still feel that a lot of the issues are because many of the people, that's not really the job they would typically want to be doing. And they've taken that job because obviously that's the way to come in. But I still, and I say that because I know so many people who I am shocked when I hear that they're doing care work because that's, like, it's just not what I would think that they're cut out for. So I think the frustration for a lot of these people, and because you have to be patient, you have to be tolerant, and let's say you're in Nigeria, for example, you're a banker running things, and they come here. Yeah, so it's a bit difficult. Also, the pride, the ego, so many things.
Totally
Yeah,
agree with you.
so
I've
many
been here, I've seen somebody who was a bank manager in Nigeria, for instance, came to this country. You don't even know, not about this, even Japa, before the Japa syndrome came in. She sat down in front of me and said to me, and I said, she want to renew her visa. And I have to ask, okay, what were you doing before now? She says, she mentioned the name of the bank and said, she used to work for this bank. And I said, and you here? And to do what? So, of course, I agree with you. Some of these people don't have anything to do with care work. It's a way for them to get to this
here.
But then that's going to create problem for them. It's going to create problem for the government. It's going to create problem for those people they're caring for.
True.
Right?
True.
And this is a problem, pocket of problem that's going to come up. Somebody who doesn't know anything about care, for instance, you come to this country, a way to get out. At least you're out of that
Of course,
country,
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you get here, everything is changed. Right? The promise that they gave to you, or you pay somebody so much money, back home, you sell everything you got, and then you come into this part of the world. Right? You go here in the first instance. You want to be a care worker when you don't even know what it is. right? And then, of course, you've been able to maneuver yourself. You don't even do it yourself.
Yeah.
You got an agent to do
Yeah.
it for you.
Yeah.
Which, again, the government of Nigeria should see to, because all these agents doing that sort of thing, they're not helping themselves.
So that's one big thing I wanted us to talk about. These people that are guaranteeing this certificate. What are the COS certificate of sponsorship?
Sponsorship.
How? Because so many people are stuck. They get here, there's no job.
Because there's no job in the first instance. Anything you start fraudulent, they always end up fraudulent.
True.
You know you just want to get out of Nigeria. You got this house of yours, you sell it off to make the money and pay this agent who then say, okay, we're going to make sure we get you COS, we're going to make sure we get you the visa. So get you the visa, you pack your baggage and say, here you go, Nigeria, bye-bye. And then you go to this part of the world. The shock starts from when you get to Heathrow Airport. Everything is changed.
Yeah.
They're speaking to you looking like,
what the heck? Are you? Yeah.
You lost.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Nobody anymore.
Yeah.
You're nobody in the UK again.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, they introduce you. They say, okay, you're going to get a job here. And then you say, you can't get a job as a care worker right now. We're going to give you what is called a domiciliary. So, in other words, you're going to work, maybe they ask you to work 1 hour here, 2 hours there, or 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour
little pockets of shifts. Yeah.
And then you find out at the end of the month, you don't even make enough money for you to survive. Talk less of being able to pay for anything. And then you borrow money in Nigeria, you sell your house, you don't this one in Nigeria to return the money. Right? You got to pay for your accommodation because nobody pays accommodation.
And transportation to all these different shifts that you're doing.
And of course, you cannot drive in England unless
you haven't even bought a card. You haven't even done the test.
So there comes problem.
Yeah.
And then here comes, you find out now, sooner or later, well, I'm not predicting this, I'm just saying it could happen that within the next 1 year, we're going to see them on the streets. Already we're hearing about people going to food bank. Yeah. Right? So you're going to see them on the streets. It's already
happening.
Sleeping rough.
It's already happening, and children are being removed, which is what the first episode I did was about. These children are being removed, and accommodation is one.
So you can see we're creating problem for ourselves. What I would advise people to do is not be coming to say you come here as care worker and things like that, right? If you want to come in to study and go back home, right? If you can. Right? But if you want to find a way of staying in the United Kingdom, it's a different day topic. If you want to discuss that next, then of course you can discuss how you can actually legally stay in this country. But one important thing again people must not do is to come here and say, I'm going to seek asylum.
Okay.
Because that doesn't work anymore.
I saw something about asylum seekers wanting to go to their countries for Christmas.
Exactly.
I saw that, and that was the most ridiculous.
Yes, because this is a country that's persecuting you.
How can you say you're scared?
You say your house is on fire, but
and that they're going to kill your gay and they're going to kill you. But you want to go for Christmas.
That's it.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense, but people do it, And these are the things, because you keep on slapping the immigration law in the face.
Yeah.
So when the immigration law then come back, you say they are racist. I don't get it. They're giving you asylum, even though behind their mind they might be thinking you're lying.
You're lying.
They have no way of proving
They have to give it to you first.
They have to. Yeah. That's what the law says. So you granted that sort of situation to stay here. And then comes the period of time, you just find a way and say, listen, man, I'm missing home. I want
to go for Christmas. So you want to go and come back?
That's it. And they will go and come back. It's only when they're coming back, they say, okay, where are you coming from? So coming from Lagos. Yeah. You come from Lagos.
But you said that,
we check your immigration status. You sought asylum in this country. Oh, yes, we did. And you were granted. Say, yes, I was granted. And that's where they are caught. Yeah. Because it don't seem to, they've forgotten
what they even... But I also saw somewhere where the Home Office said that they've refused to let them go back home, the ones that wanted to travel.
So how do you mean that?
So I saw something where the Home Office, they were saying that people that seek asylum and want to go back for Christmas or for holidays, they're not allowed. No, do they have the right to do that?
Nobody will say you can't travel to anywhere you want to. No, that is not necessarily true.
The issue is coming back. Because that's what I thought. Well, you can't stop me from going.
No, nobody's going to say don't go anywhere. They want to travel anywhere. It's really their human rights to have to move freely to where they want to go to. However, it's when you're coming back that they want to find out what you're going there to do.
Yeah, considering you were so scared.
considering you say they're going to kill you there.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the killing is gone.
It's gone, and you now want to visit.
So you abuse the process.
Yeah. I think another thing I wanted to even ask you was, these people that grant the certificates of sponsorship, the fraudulent people, are there criminal implications when it's found out that they are there?
I don't know if I want to use the word fraudulent people.
Okay,
That's
the people that make so the people that make all these promises to give work and house and whatever, and then these people come here and they have nothing.
I think that will be swept to the future rather than today or than now, because first and foremost, if you're doing something wrong, you yourself will know that you're doing something wrong.
So you're thinking that the people, Nigerians, already knew at the time they were shelling out 15,000 or 18,000.
Thank you.
Okay, I get you.
If it is too good, then to be true, then it's probably not true.
It makes
if somebody say, for instance, now you should buy a Volkswagen car for 50 million pounds naira, you'll be saying to yourself, what is in that car that I'm going to pay that much money for?
Yeah.
Right? The law states clearly the amount of money you need to show is £1,270.
I get
so as somebody then say, come and pay me
18K. Yeah.
So you know yourself.
Okay.
That what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking about that. We're talking about the people that are actually doing it. The people that are doing it here, whether they are criminally minded, it's a different thing. They're making their money through that one. And when the Home Office get to know, then they will be, the license will be suspended in the first instance to give explanation. And if they can't explain it, then they will revoke the license. We might have a case where somebody, for instance, you have a license, within a short period of time, if issued 1,500 or 3,000 license, COS, for instance, and then they find out that you only need 200 people to work
for you. So where are all the
what would you be doing issuing that one?
Yeah.
So obviously Home Office will look into that one. You see, Home Office are very slow to react, right? But when they start the action, it will go gradually, and they will find out they're not stupid.
Yeah. Take their time
They take their time.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go to court and lose.
Yeah.
So obviously they gather their own information. They know those people, and they will come after them.
They will. I feel like we're going to start hearing very soon. We're going to start hearing more and more and more.
Yeah, they will come after them. The only thing that we employ everybody from Nigeria. If you want to come to this country, try to get a legitimate route of coming in. Don't let anybody say to you, right, they're going to charge you £15,000 to come to the United Kingdom.
Why?
It is.
Yes.
Ask the question.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to pay that sort of money to come here? It's on top of that. You still need to get your ticket to come to this country. And not only that, when you get here, immediately you get to the UK, you need things. You need to get yourself food,
of course,
accommodation, clothing. If you come through the winter like now,
you will hear it.
Jacket.
You will hear it.
Exactly. So why coming to punish yourself? That's another thing.
Do you know what? It's so shocking that you said that all they require is that relative. I don't want to say small amount of money because obviously exchange rate, but compared to if they need, like for example, to show 1,500 or 2,000, compared to the 18,000 people I'm hearing people are paying.
Yeah, it's not fair. Right?
Yeah.
But then, as you said, must you come to the UK? That's the question. Must you? Right? I know Nigeria is poor, Nigeria is bad. I'm not saying, but why live in certainty for uncertainty?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I think they just think we'll somehow figure it out.
But it's not easy.
Yeah.
I can tell you now. I grew up in this country, and I can tell you, it's getting harder by the day. You come in the olden days was easier, but nowadays it's tough. And of course, remember this top the boat the Prime Minister is shouting about, right? So if they're going to stop the boat, right, obviously other aspect of immigration
will be,
they'll
trickle.
That's exactly what they're doing now. For instance, if you come here now to be a student and do your master's degree, and you say you want to change to become a care worker, whatever it is, right? You can't do that until you finish your studies.
Okay, so you can't just switch visas
now anymore.
Oh,
you have to finish what you come here for. So that's the beginning of the problem.
Yeah, because before they could switch. Because I know people that have, done 1 year at uni.
From the 1st of January this year, you are unable to switch anymore. You can't just switch.
You must complete that course that you said you're coming to do.
So if you then think about that, you're coming to do your master's degree in this country. Minimum is about £12,000 to £15,000. That's a lot of money. I didn't spend that to do my.
Yeah.
Well, I was sponsored by DWP, so I didn't have to pay for my masters, right? But if I'm coming from overseas, will I have that?
And change all that money?
15,000 just to do your master's degree. And when you get your master's degree, to do what with?
To what? To work where?
To what where? Right? If you got your master's degree in the United Kingdom, unless you're a nuclear engineer, it's highly improbable you're going to get a job as a master's degree.
But quality, holder.
You wouldn't get
it.
You have to have been in this country for such a long time to be able to get a job in that.
And been working and gathered experience.
You won't get it. And then when you finish that one, they start looking for a job that is not even compatible.
With
Have
what
somebody who's got a master's degree, right, who's working as a care worker.
So what was the whole point?
Yeah. Working as a care worker, thinking they're going to sponsor him. So you can imagine, you finish your master's degree, you know, in between you start saying, okay, maybe they will sponsor me. Why put yourself through that?
It's a mess.
Nigeria is still a free country. It's difficult to live there. I can't live in Nigeria.
Yes.
But I grew up here. It's not probable.
Yeah.
I'm going to pack up my things now.
And go.
This is home for me. Right? But
so you have no plans of retiring back home?
To do what with who? Yeah, nobody knows me down there anymore.
True.
But whereas, if you're still there, and you've been there till this time, Nigeria could get better. And if you say you're going away, who's going to make it better? If I had my way today, and they asked me to come home, and they give me the opportunity, I'll go. Right? Either I go to Nigeria or go to Ghana. Either one of them don't matter to me. But at the same time, I'm just saying to people, don't leave certainty for uncertainty.
Do you know what? I like that line. Don't leave certainty, because like you're so right. Because back home, you know what you're getting.
That's it.
But you're coming. Yeah. Don't leave certainty for uncertainty. That's. Is there anything else you want to say to anybody who's planning to come?
Just make sure that you check things out. If you don't know, ask.
Do your research.
But don't just use your own knowledge alone. Speak to people. But whatever the case may be, leave things back home. So in the event that it doesn't work, you know you can go back and start again.
That's the thing.
Don't take all your children or your life and
everything. Gather everybody. Come here.
Right. This is not a matter of Ghana must go. Because if you follow that line and then you get here and it doesn't work out, not everybody that come in will spend 5 years as healthcare workers.
True.
Right? Some of them will drop by.
Yeah, true.
I'm dealing with a lot of people that's dropped by already.
And what, they're going to have to go back?
And they have to go back.
Yeah.
Unless
to nothing.
They have to change.
Yeah.
But how is it going to change? That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you from changing. You make the application, you'll be lucky enough if it's granted. It's costing you money to see me as a lawyer.
Yeah. The money that you don't have.
The money you don't have. I've had to do some work for some people without even charging for it. Because they can't afford it. And I can see them. Right? Don't bring yourself from a home in Nigeria and then come and start sleeping rough
on the streets.
On the streets in London. You don't do that. You kill yourself. So just think before you do anything. Do not, I repeat that again, don't leave certainty for uncertainty.
Oh my God.
That's just my advice.
I think that's a good way to round this up. Don't leave certainty for uncertainty. That is perfect.
Thank you very much.
So there are other routes that people can take.
Of course.
Okay. Without this whole, let's pack up our load, drag our children and our wife and come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, people come here. We had some of them that came here with their wife, and then within a short period of time, they have matrimonial problems.
Oh, of course. No, yeah, of course.
I'm dealing with some of them as well now.
Of course, yeah.
All of a sudden, you start accusing your husband, he's done this, he's done that one. Your husband start accusing you of doing this and
people start fighting.
And there's a lot of fight. And then
police enter, social services. Oh my God, it's a mess.
The children.
Yeah.
Whereas in Nigeria, you can fight as much as you want.
Yeah, nobody even cares.
So police will probably encourage you to fight more. So why commit?
Yeah.
So you don't do that.
Yeah.
The do's and don'ts of United Kingdom. Maybe it's a place we can start writing a book.
That's what I was thinking. Should there not be like should there not be like a leaflet?
Yes. The do's and don'ts.
So who should be responsible for that leaflet?
Well, we're all lawyers. Lawyers could be responsible for it, but who pays for it? Right?
What about the Home Office? The Home Office should have a leaflet.
Home Office
should pay us to do a leaflet for them.
I agree with you, but it's not the Home Office not inviting anybody. So
true.
Why would they want to stop immigration and start getting
True.
They have to produce leaflets
True.
to tell them what to do.
Supposed to protect their citizens now.
Yeah. Well, not to look after their citizens.
True.
Like, they open the door. Are you with me now? If you fit the criteria, come in.
Yeah.
Right? But always remember, there's freedom of speech. But every single aspect of freedom of speech has got its own responsibility, which anybody using that must take. Same here. So if you're coming from overseas and say, there was an opportunity, let me seize it, and then you, first of all, you come fraudulently, right? Either you ought not to be here, but you're here, right? And then you expect the Home Office to provide for you. They wouldn't.
True.
Right? However, United Kingdom is a very caring country. We must always remember that. And one thing there is that if you don't have, you will get. You'll be given.
They will support you.
You just have to knock the door. So if you find yourself in that sort of situation, do not keep quiet.
Seek help.
Seek help. And there's help there from people like ourselves. You can come to a lawyer and say, I don't have money. What can I do? I'll give you that free advice. Right? And I'm sure if they come to you, you give them the same free advice. Food, you can always go to food
banks and churches and things,
churches and
organizations.
there.
Yeah.
So in that way, United Kingdom is inclusive, but do not take that for granted because it's a very, very non-forgiving country.
It's really tough. Okay, so I think my last sentence would be, don't leave certainty for uncertainty. That's what I've taken from today. And honestly, I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Don't leave certainty for uncertainty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, Dr. Akin-Samuels, thank you so much for giving me your time on this cold London day.
Yeah,
and so you guys, you've heard everything. Hopefully this helped, or this will help some people. And so, yes, I will round up here today. Until next time, peace and love.
Thank you.